Amy, good morning. Maine's Public Safety Commissioner Mike Soschuk not able to answer too many questions about that search and discovery of Card's body last night, but we have learned, and he did confirm, that he died from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound, and that location is near the banks of the Androscoggin River. Now, that's the location where all day yesterday we saw police searching from the air in helicopters, on the ground with foot patrols, even with divers in the water. Now, it's not known exactly when Card died. That is actively under investigation. Officials do say Card's body was found around 7:45 last night. According to ABC News sources, Card's body was found at a recycling center where he had worked. Our local affiliate here in Maine, WMTW, learning that Card's body was reportedly found inside of a dumpster at that location. Early Friday evening, officials lifted that shelter-in-place order that had been in place since after that shooting on Wednesday night. Officials now lifting the restrictions that had been placed on hunting here in Lewiston and several other nearby communities. Deer hunting season does start today in the state of Maine. Now the Lewiston community beginning the healing process, trying to move forward in what Maine Governor Janet Mills says will certainly be a long and difficult road for the victims, the families, and the entire state of Maine.
Now is a time to heal. And with this search concluded, I know that law enforcement continues to fully investigate all the facts so we can bring what closure we can to the victims and their families.
We're going to grieve for the families that lost loved ones here. We're going to continue to work. We're going to persevere.
Now, the investigation work here still not done. Maine's Public Safety Commissioner says there will continue to be large police presences at both of those mass shooting locations. The bowling alley and separate bar here in the city of Lewiston, they're expecting that for at least the next few days as the investigation continues. We are also expecting another press conference, more updates on this investigation from federal, state, and local officials who have been working over the last more than 2 days now on the manhunt and investigation that's happening right here at Lewiston City Hall at 10 o'clock this morning. Live in Lewiston, Maine, Ross Ketchke, WMUR News 9.
Ross, just quickly, so much media descended on Lewiston, Maine. Are you still seeing a lot of reporters there this morning?
Well, right now outside of Lewiston City Hall, we are not seeing too many, but there are several locations spread out where press are right now. We do know that there are reporters near Central Maine Medical Center right now. That is the main hospital in this area. There's also areas where people have put down flowers for communities. So the world's eyes have been on Lewiston, Maine, a normally relatively quiet community here, and that is still very much so the case today.
And Ross, you worked in Maine as a journalist, so this hits close to home for you as well.
Yeah, it certainly does. I know the community of Lewiston well. Some of the first stories I did as a reporter in the state of Maine were in this city. I was here during the heights of the COVID-19 pandemic. This is a strong community, a proud community, one with a lot of both long and very new history as well. People are very proud to be from the community of Lewiston, and I have many friends here as well from my years here. This is something that nobody in the state of Maine is unaffected by.
Our Ross Ketchke bringing perspective and context to the tragedy in Maine this morning. Let's switch gears now from the gunman to the people affected by this tragic event. There you see on your screen the 18 people who lost their lives to the shootings. The youngest, a 14-year-old boy. Ronald Morin, Peyton Brewer Ross, Joshua Seal, Brian McFarlane, Joseph Lawrence Walker, Arthur Fred Strout, Max Hathaway, Stephen Vozella, Thomas Ryan Conrad, Michael DeLaurier II, Jason Adam Walker, Tricia Azalin, William Young and his son Aaron Young, Robert Violette and his wife Lucille Violette, William Frank Brackett, and Keith McNair. Investigators say their families did not want personal information like their hometowns shared, but wanted to get these photographs of their loved ones out there. Days after his son was killed in a shooting rampage Wednesday, the father of Joey Walker is cautioning people about hate. Leroy Walker, who says his son tried to stop the gunman with a butcher knife before he was killed, says hate won't bring back his son.
I'm sure this man, whatever happened to his mind, I'm sure he wasn't born to be a killer. And he's got, I'm sure, a father and a mother that would have never believed this would have happened with him. So all I can say is I'm sorry that it's happened to all of us, and I'm sorry what may happen to him. And God will prevail. Hate will never bring my son back.